You have Trump making comments about Christianity.
Can I play this clip?
JD Vance is sent to Rome. The Pope dies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's Donald Trump on his place in the pantheon of Christianity.
Oh, my God.
This is Donald Trump, you all.
You know, nobody has done more for Christianity. Nobody has done more for religion of all type than me. And they're really doing things now to, and I've always said it, they are against organized religion. They're against Christianity.
Let me play it. Hold on. Just,
play it one more time.
In case you missed it.
One more time.
He actually said this.
He said this.
You know, nobody has done more for Christianity. Nobody has done more for religion of all type than me.
Of all types.
And
that's crazy.
This nigga said,
the narcissism.
this dude said, hey, he said, what?
None of you.
What? He said,
None
what?
of you
What?
have religion.
Jesus?
Jesus.
Jesus smears, nigga. I've done more for Christianity than anyone.
Me. Dalai Lama.
Anyone.
Who? Fuck
What?
that nigga.
What?
I got Trump
Jesus.
Tower, nigga.
Jesus? John? Like, what you like? Who, like the apostles?
I bet you.
None of them.
King Solomon ain't never stayed at the Trump Hotel, did he? No, nigga. He can't even get in through the back door. Queen of Sheba, I got Melania Trump, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Saying nobody's done more for Christianity when Jesus is right there.
The 12 disciples, you mean the Donald, nigga?
Poor John editing this episode.
Is insane, bro. Nobody.
Not just Christianity,
Yeah,
all religion.
Yes.
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Get him out of there.
No. Buddha,
No.
gotta go.
Out of there. Right, like you said, Dalai Lama, gone.
Gotta go,
Pope,
man.
See you later.
Confucius, gotta
Nothing.
go.
Nothing. All religions.
The Easter Bunny, who?
He said, "Call me Donald Selassie, bro."
Like Selassie is Trump, man. Like, yo,
crazy.
Like what? Santa Claus, nigga?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This is yo.
Oh, Saint Don.
I just, again, like, but this is your king, right?
This
Like,
is your king. No, it's God. It's God, Emperor Trump, man.
I guess God would be. He said nobody has done. I guess, does God own that list? Nobody.
Oh, wow.
He's done more for religion than anybody. You can't name anybody. Miracle, do you have a comment on?
That's y'all's Jesus.
Oh wow, y'all's
Y'all's Jesus.
my Jesus, Orange Jesus. What they call him? Didn't they call him Cheeto Jesus? Wasn't that the name?
It just boggles
Sherbert
the mind
Jesus.
because like
Yes.
it's supposed to be blasphemy, right?
Yeah,
Like,
1,000%.
these
Yes.
hardcore Bible thumpers.
Yes.
You're supposed to have no other gods before me, right?
Yes.
Right.
You're not supposed.
God is a jealous God.
What is happening here? So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, it's not. Listen,
What's happening here is Miracle. I mean, like, see, I think y'all are quoting the Bible. Like, stop trying to make people read. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they
niggas
just
can't
want to.
I mean,
They just want to suck
Have
up
fun?
to Donald. Well, again, to them, Donald Trump
much-
represents like the white race coming back and like taking their right, like putting these black people. You know, there was this whole video I just somebody had just sent me yesterday about like Trump specifically trying to destroy the African American Museum.
Yeah.
Like specifically name like that museum in his executive order. And it's like to these white Trump supporters, that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see like the gains that black and brown people have made, you know, and really all people of color, they just want to see them out. And they want to see like, so to them, it's like a game.
Yes.
And their team Trump. And it's like, do all the things to these horrible people. You know what I'm saying? In their mind. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
JD Vance killed the Pope.
I mean, well,
no,
I would say allegedly because we don't want,
Allegedly.
you know what I mean, somebody to come and, you know, say
If
that.
there's any merit to what would you say Bush body bigot said?
Yes.
Then I feel like Trump should watch his head for real, for real.
I mean, again, like,
Because him being around JD Vance?
I mean,
Nah,
well,
because
she
if-
said,
if-
yeah, evil.
Yeah, if God is eradicating evil, then Trump should look over his shoulder
I
twice.
mean, it
Maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene will go too.
Yeah.
yeah. So, I want to come to you, Miracle, on this. It says, the Supreme Court ruled.
We need Miracle versus Marjorie. That's what we need.
Oh, wow.
stop trying to Listen, I need a mental health day. I don't need more evilness.
You know who will
and
moderate that
stress.
debate? Nancy Pelosi.
Miracle versus Marjorie is crazy.
What's wrong with you?
The Supreme Court
Hi, yes.
temporarily blocked the Trump administration from deporting Venezuelan immigrants, right? So basically, again, Trump sent all of these people out of the country without any due process, without a trial. And, you know, the Supreme Court ruled, well, one, they ruled 9-0 that it's the responsibility of the Trump administration to bring Mr. Garcia back. They have not done that. And then they also just said they cannot use. What's going on, brother?
Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just please, just keep going.
You know where JD Vance's favorite seat is?
Please stop.
Where?
The love seat.
That's different.
Okay.
That is the man
All
you
right.
chose.
All right.
To bond with, to talk about your life struggles with.
So Miracle.
To go on trips with, to just to have in your. I just want you to
Yes.
take a moment and just reflect on your decisions.
So Miracle.
Sounded kind of suspect.
Donald Trump slammed the Supreme Court decision.
More men need friends.
And Donald Trump basically said, quote, America cannot give everyone a trial. Again.
What?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes. Donald Trump, the founder, the
founder of Christianity?
The person who did more for Christianity in all religions.
All religions.
Said America cannot give everyone a trial.
You know what? He's not wrong, though, because
He's not.
When has America ever given anybody a fair trial?
He didn't say fair trial. He said cannot give everybody a trial, period. Miracle.
Yes. I mean,
What's up? Where are we going?
This is why people once again said this chaos that Trump is creating is meant to destroy the rule of law.
Yeah.
You unilaterally just decided a whole class of persons would not be able to legally stay within the borders of the United States and did not sit there and follow law. So no, you are not going to be able, I think someone said, to either 10 million or 20 million people, give them trials and have hearings.
Right. And you had actually said that, like when we first talked about Trump's immigration stuff, you actually said they're not going to be able to do this because of the process that they have to go through to actually deport somebody. They're saying, we're just going to put you on planes and send you to El Salvador. Fuck the process.
Correct.
And obviously against the Constitution of the United States. And Trump is saying, yo, we don't have to do that.
Of course, I guess you do. And again, there is a contract. The El Salvadorian contract is a private prison that is running a enslavement concentration camp because they're forcing people to work within these institutions for products that they are selling. When they say this is a self-sustaining operation, they mean they are using these men for labor, right? Yeah. So number one. Number two, when you keep saying, oh, this person no longer has protected status, you're literally telling people who came the right way, who came the legal way, who are forced to flee their home countries due to U.S. involvement within their own country, such as with the situation in Venezuela, that they are now forced to leave. Right. And it's like, when we're looking at the Bhutanese community, they're deporting people from Pennsylvania, from the Bhutanese community, and now they're stateless. There's nowhere for these folks to go. Yes. There's no passports. There's no identification that folks have. So they're literally just being dropped off in countries, and there's nowhere for them to go. And so instead of saying, you know what, we are going to go through this international process, find places to put people, it's either we put you in prison or we drop you off somewhere and best of luck to you. And it's horrific. There was a report that said, you know, we were on the verge of helping not necessarily to cure cancer, but to better identify cancer and to better screen for cancer. But the one of the lead researchers, we just put in ICE custody. Yeah. We are losing so much technology and information and resources the way we are doing this. And I would want to be very clear. It doesn't have to be a student or a researcher. It could be someone who is washing dishes or someone who is a laborer. putting people in ICE custody is a problem.
Right.
Rounding up people and deporting people is a problem. And I will keep saying that if we do not want immigrants within our borders, we have to stop destroying and destabilizing other countries.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whether it is putting and propping up fascist leaders and dictators, whether it's trying to use our resources to kill people's economies like we see in the trade war with Canada and China, or if it's literally dropping bombs like we see in Syria and Lebanon and in Gaza. If we do not want immigrants here, we could just be better partners of like, you know what, we're just going to trade with people fairly. We're going to pay people a fair wage, but instead we have people literally ignoring the Supreme Court and barreling us down into a war that I do not think we can win. I don't think we can win a war with China. We've seen Russia is been able to keep Ukraine and attack Ukraine. All of these people, and let's be very honest, if America gets attacked, we're not going to have a 9/11 support. If America gets attacked,
Oh, no, not now.
At this
No,
point,
no.
everybody's going to be like, I kind of see why.
I mean, they just killed the Pope. I mean, come on.
Allegedly.
At this point, I don't see Canada and Britain and
No.
UK. I don't see
Mexico?
Any,
You think Mexico's
You saw the
gonna help us
lady, I think it's the prime minister of Italy, like she was like rolling her eyes.
Yeah.
Like it was like a little bit exaggerated. I don't see any of our European partners
Absolutely
coming to
not.
defend us. I think I'm like, you know what? America's the problem.
And this is the piece, right? Because what's interesting, so Trump said, quote, "We cannot give everyone a trial because to do so would take, without exaggeration, 200 years. We need hundreds of thousands of trials for the hundreds of thousands of illegals we are sending out of the country. Such a thing is not possible." What a ridiculous situation we're in. Oh, my
It
God.
almost sounds like the justice system is broken. Is
Right.
that what you're saying?
Well, also, it's like, you aren't you supposed to know how this process works?
You should, in
like
theory.
if you're going to say, but again, if you feel like I can just do what I want to do. So I actually think it's interesting because, Trump has this quote unquote super majority on the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court is aware that if Trump could just ignore them, they don't have any power.
Yeah.
So what's the point of being a Supreme Court justice if you don't even have any power in that position?
Right.
And so I feel like this is why you see the Supreme Court pushing back on Donald Trump, because he's literally saying like your rulings don't matter to me.
This is
What you're
literally
doing
the
don't
snake
matter.
eating its own tail.
Yeah, I mean, but here's again, this is the man, and they're saying, "Oh, we're working on a third term." So the same people that were talking about, I carry the Constitution with me all the time. The Constitution is the bedrock of our, this is what these Republicans say all the time.
Bedrock of our democracy.
Right. And you see somebody like openly flouting it. But again, if you don't see him as a president and you see him as this religious cult-like figure, then you don't care what he does. You support whatever he does, even if it's at your own detriment.